What's up, guys? John from PumaClaw.com here today with another On the Farm video. So I've been talking about how tall these soybeans are on the farm. I don't know if you can see it there, but they're 4 feet tall and they are absolutely loaded down with beans. We actually talked to the farmer the other day and he said that these are normally a short variety bean. Well, not so much this year. Like I said, they're 4 feet tall and absolutely loaded down with beans. And they're pretty even across the whole field. There's a few wetter spots that aren't quite as tall, but generally they're doing pretty good. Oh look, there's a pumpkin. I told you guys we would have pumpkins setting on soon, so there's one right there. And the vines are continuing to grow, of course. And there will be more pumpkins setting on. And yeah, it'll be hopefully a good pumpkin crop this year. We're looking forward to a good one. And look at that, there's giant purslane. We fight purslane down at the farm more than anything else. It is a weed. And the best thing to do with it is honestly Roundup. That seems to be the best way to go about it. Oh look, and there's another little yellow guy. And then over here we're into a different variety of pumpkin. You can tell by the leaves are different. I think this is actually a Cinderella pumpkin. You can see the shape of it's kind of weird. The Cinderella pumpkins are real big, round, and kind of short and squatty, you know? So they're just different variety pumpkins. We'll keep following them all year. Here's some bigger ones hiding in here. I was kind of surprised at how big some of the pumpkins are already, actually. So that's good. That means we might have a good crop. So we're just going to kind of walk along the pumpkins here and hoe out a few weeds and check the hills for pumpkins, check the hills for weeds, and check the hill for bugs. So hey, look, we're in the cantaloupe patch real quick. You can see the cantaloupe and the sweet potatoes there on the left have kind of just become one. They've all grown together and, you know, taken over this part of the garden, which is fine. It's not a big deal. There's a cantaloupe there, not quite ready yet. We haven't found any ripe ones in there yet. Maybe this next coming week we will see. And the sweet potatoes are doing quite well as well. They're growing quite rapidly. And they should be a pretty good crop too. Had a lot of rain and good temperature and whatnot, so should be a good crop. Alright, so now we're back to the pumpkins. You'll see I'm checking the hills, just kind of looking for pumpkins to show you guys. And I'm also trying to kind of stir up the hill a little bit, just knock the pumpkin around just a little bit, the pumpkin plat, to check for any bugs. If bugs start flying, like too many of them, I'll break the sprayer out and spray. You know, just depending on how many bugs are out there. So here I'm going to check this hill, kind of do the same thing, stir up the leaves a little bit. And if I see a lot of bugs, I'll go get the sprayer and spray them. Alright, so now we're out at the corn. The corn is starting to ripen. You can see the color of the bottom has changed from green, obviously. And you can see the color of the actual ears has also changed. So you can see how light it's getting. Starting to look like a ripe ear of corn. And we did talk to the farmers. They said it'd be a couple weeks yet before they started. They were going to try to start a little bit early and see what they could get done, because with the weather we've had with all the rain, the way they're looking at it is if you can get in the field, you might as well get it done. If you have to dry the corn, spend a little money on propane, that's fine. Okay, so remember down at the river where all that driftwood was? I told you that our city was trying to figure out what to do with it. Well, they hired this company to come in with a barge, a tugboat, and a crane with a grapple on the end of it, or claw, whatever you want to call it. And what they were actually doing was just putting it back into the river. Now, I guess it's the cheapest way to go. I don't know that I really agree with that personally, but that's probably what every other city was doing with their driftwood as well. So you might as well, I guess. I'm not really sure. I kind of think it's a silly thing to do, but that's just my opinion. And as I was standing there, my brother's like, hey, look up above your head, there's a bunch of wasps. So that was only a couple feet away from us. And so I got out of that area pretty quick, and that was over on that bridge walkway over there, on the other side of the crane. So we just walked out upriver a little bit here so we could see, just watch them work and whatnot. So they worked here for at least a couple days,
Oh, yeah.
working on all this driftwood. There was so much driftwood. It was crazy how much there actually was there. Once they really started digging into it, you could really tell how much there was.
Yeah, but if you go down there, you can see stuff floating.
So you can see we're pretty far away upriver here. There's a little path here with like wood chips, or at least there used to be. Maybe back in the spring before the river came up and kind of washed part of it away, which you'll see here in a second. But you can see what he's grabbing there is just kind of nasty, muddy, woody mess between driftwood and just mud, because you got to think all that driftwood comes in and it's just going to trap a bunch of mud and crap with it. So he just scooping it up and putting it right back into the old river, make it be somebody else's problem, I guess. I hope there wasn't too much boating traffic on the river this day, because that would have sucked. Here you can see it's basically like a whole tree. You know, it's crazy how much and how big some of this stuff was that was out there. I'm just having to catch this moment. But, he got his cable caught. There were two cables that went down from the crane to the grapple. And then there's another cable that went from like a pulley partially up on the crane down to the grapple. And that's what he got caught under that log right there. So he had to like go down and let the log kind of float away so he could free his grapple, I guess. So like I said, we went down there and just checked it out, you know. Not much going on in our town, so when there's something cool going on like this, we try to, you know, go check it out. Let's see here. Oh, no, on the reposition. Grab it from a different way here. So you can see he's grabbing, you know, that's a good sized branch off the tree right there. And actually I'm standing right next to like a whole tree. It's crazy how big some of this driftwood is. Alright, so now we go into picture mode. There are quite a few pictures from that day down there. I will come back after the picture. So guys, those last couple pictures you saw, we actually went downriver, and that's where this video was taken. We went downriver maybe 3/4 to almost a mile downriver maybe, and there's a boat launch if you would want to go boating in this river. I don't know why you would, but I guess you could. So this is all the driftwood that is just working its way down the river, kind of on the side of the river, because they're not really putting it out in the river. They're more just kind of putting it along the side of the river. So you can see I'm going to zoom in on them, and they're pretty far upriver. Sorry about the shaky cam. It was real windy at this spot. It wasn't windy at the first spot, but this spot was like super windy. So you can see how far away this actually was when I zoom out. Yes, I know it's blurry, but it just shows you how far away I actually was. Pretty good distance there. So guys, if you like this video, please hit thumbs up for more and subscribe. We'll catch you next time. Toodles.